Good evening. Welcome in daily UPSC editorial audio program. Governments reach out the Times of India. Government of competitive populism bad for India's health. The Economic Times. Now the full editorial. Governments reach out the Times of India. Government of India and Manipur must start talking to mighties and cookies and form a committee to study their demands. Violence in Manipur flared up again over the weekend. Violence in Manipur flared up over the weekend with suspected militants targeting a mighty village. This comes even as 10 Kuki MLAs from the state, seven of them from BJP, have called for a separate administration for Manipur's hill areas. However, they have left the nature of their separation open-ended, seeking an arrangement with the constitution. Given that carving out a separate state is unlikely in a sensitive border region of the country, the debate is veering back to bringing the Manipur hills under the sixth schedule of the constitution. The sixth schedule provides for local self-governance through autonomous district council and country covers tribal areas of Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, and Assam. Manipur too has district councils for its hill areas, but these were constituted under a separate act of parliament, the Manipur Hill Areas District Council Act 1971. But over the years, there have been recurrent complaints that the mechanism has not worked well with the devolution of powers from the state to the district council not being effected in multiple areas. Thus, a revival of the sixth schedule demand by the cookies can be seen as a counter to the mighty's demand for scheduled tribe status. The two demands are also provides the two demands are also provides for long held economic grievance related to land prices and lack of non-farm employment. The land crunch in mighty dominated Imphal Valley and the Manipur government's anti-poppy cultivative drive in Kuki-dominated hills have embittered both communities. The violence can also affect delicate peace negotiations between Government of India and some of the Manipur insurgent groups. Governments at the center and state and center should reach out to all sides and all demands, including the sixth schedule and ST options, should be on the able. Forming a credible committee is a good idea. Competitive populism bad for India's health. Economic Times. Cash transfer a far more robust option. Freebies announced in an election year could weigh on India's slowing momentum of economic recovery. Government of India has announced a medium-term fiscal deficit target of 4.5% of GDP by 2025-26, which involves a 2 percentage point compression from current levels over the course of three financial years. Targets for the center and states for 2023-24 are 5.9% and 3%, respectively, with half a percentage point leeway to the latter for power sector reform. States have a steeper glide path for deficit reduction that is particularly vulnerable to political promises of free food and energy. Government of India, on its part, is committed to a capital expenditure program to nurse India's economic recovery and is nudging states towards fiscal balance. India's ability to attain its pre-pandemic fiscal targets is also influenced by its need to keep credit for flowing to small enterprises in an environment of globally high interest rates. Broad-based investment revival depends on keeping credit costs in check by better budgeting of government expenditure. States have an additional requirement of cleaning up of budget liabilities accumulated through political promises such as those on free electricity power distribution being the sole point of revenue injection. The state utilities inability to pay is holding up investment in generation and transmission. Apart from uh, introducing imperfections in the market mechanism, sectarian political targeting of welfare per, perpetuates inequality. Universal health redistribution through cash transfer is a more robust approach. Promise promises to vote bank are essentially a zero-sum game where one segment benefits at the cost of another. India has unsuccessfully experimented with inclusive growth for more of its post-independence history. It has not corrected course to grow through clusters accompanied by even-handed welfare delivery. This approach has worked in steering the company through multiple global economic crises. A return to competitive populism will be an unnecessary throwback the world's fastest growing major economy can do without. Thank you.